I'm going to read you all the teams in the West, and you tell me how many of them do you think could actually win the West. So we'll say Denver, yes. Memphis.
Yes, with Denver, yep. No, until we get clarity with Ja and Steven Adams. Adams out for the rest of the season for them. He's been so critical for them on both ends. And with Ja, we just don't know right now, Bill. So I can't say with any confidence I can talk myself into the Grizzlies winning the finals. They're young anyway, even with those guys.
Yeah, I can't write off a 2 seed, but at the same time, the Ja stuff sounds really concerning. Like there's been bits and drabs of information coming out, but in the whisper circles, it really doesn't seem like we're going to see him again this season. And we'll find out more information. It's not like he has to tell us what's going on, but it seems like this is now let's all take a break. Let's reassess in a couple weeks and get some help or whatever's going on. And I think they're doing a good thing not telling us what's happening. But I can't write them off because there's a world where he just comes back in 3 weeks and he looks good and they have home court advantage in the first 2 rounds. So I'm like a half yes on them. Sacramento, I think we're both yes, although I'm probably a little more excited than you about them.
Half-hearted. I mean, like Mahoney came on the mismatch last night because Verno was out, and we talked a little bit about the Kings and with their defense, like it's tough. I mean, like they have the 25th ranked defensive rating. The Lakers in 01 are the last team that has won the finals, having a bottom 10 defensive rating. And with them, like they have Kobe and Shaq. They're a team that was coasting, going for a repeat. They're over the course of the regular season. The Kings just don't have that upside. Granted, they have the number 1 offensive rating by far. They can play any style they want to in any series. I don't think their offense is going to slip at all in the playoffs. I just don't think their defense is good enough. But with that said, I like you're mentioning, you can't write off a 2 seed. With Sacramento, like they do have a path. I mean, if they win the first round, and if depending on what's going on with Memphis and Ja and all that, they could find themselves in a West final. So you can't rule them out, kind of scoring their way to the NBA finals. But it's kind of a half-hearted yes on my side.
KOC, you just lost your invite to the Light the Beam ceremony at the Western Finals. Guess who's not invited? You, KFC. They don't want you know. I had to earn back my invite after I tweeted about if the Lakers offered both picks and Westbrook for Fox in like October, would the Kings just take those picks and start over? And Kings fans are still mad about it.
You didn't get a lifetime ban for that, Bill?
No, I'm back. I had them. The over was one of my locks of the year. I'm in. I had Malik Monk on my podcast. Phoenix, I think, would be a yes for both of us, right?
Yeah, definitely.
How about Golden State?
Yes.
As basically looking like a 5 seed right now, where they would have a game 7 on the road in every series they play, and they are 7-26 on the road this season. I can't write them off. I can't quit you, Golden State.
No, you can't quit a team with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. We just saw them score 75 points in the first half the other night, with Klay Thompson having 33 and Steph is still Steph. And the fact is, with them, Bill, not having Andrew Wiggins is the big reason why I think you can have hesitations, like we're talking about with Memphis, with Adams and Ja. Wiggins has been their second or third best player, a critical wing defender, super versatile, a knockdown shooter, and he can do what he needs to do for that offense in the half court as a scorer off the dribble. So until we find out clarity with Wiggins, it's like again hard to fully buy in with Golden State. But at the same time, it seems like he'll come back, you would think, before the playoffs. Like Kerr's comments on Saturday seem to indicate more so we don't know if it'll happen during the regular season.
I'm never writing them off, especially after last year when I think I wrote them off 17 times. But it's been they've been a 500 team for 70 games, basically. Clippers, can't write them off either.
How come?
Kawhi and Paul George. I'd like certain lineups that they play when they play man with those guys. I think defensively they're going to be able to get stops. We know the playoff slows down, and I just can't rule them out yet. In a weak West, I cannot.
I think that's fair because of how flimsy the West is. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like what I see from them. I'm not confident. This isn't a situation where I'm like, man, it's going to be so cool when the Clippers are in the finals and I can go with my season tickets. I'm not feeling that way at all. And Clippers curse, Clippers history, all that stuff. But I can't write them off.
Kawhi. Kawhi is the only reason why there's any belief with the Clippers.
And some vets. Ty Lue has coached in some games.
Yeah, but that gets subtracted by Russell Westbrook, the presence of him.
Yeah, but I feel like he's going to be gone by like April 7th. Or just like, hey, remember when Russell Westbrook was on the Clippers for 3 weeks? Minnesota, I'm writing off.
Yeah, fair.
Dallas, I'm writing off.
Definitely fair. Their defense stinks.
Yeah, that team doesn't have it. That Kyrie trade's going to be, I think that's going to look like a swollen, pulsating zit in about 2 weeks. Lakers, I'm not writing off at 33 and 35. We have no idea if LeBron's coming back this season, and yet I can't write them off. And part of me wonders, did you catch that thing where Darvin Ham said LeBron was gone for a week and now it's great to have him back with the team? I was like, where did LeBron go? I just feel like, we've seen him kind of ramp up for 8 to 10 weeks physically, and maybe that's all he can do at this point. But I keep coming back to the bubble where that long break, bubble ends, and LeBron looks awesome for, what was that, 9-10 weeks? And could that be lurking this time? Like, as long as they just get in, does he have 9 weeks in him? I'm not betting against him.
Well, Ham said everything's going according to plan. LeBron's, shooting before the game. He posts the photo on Instagram of him in a hyperbaric chamber recharging. Yeah. He's coming back.
He's going to be the first person to beat plantar fasciitis in like 6 weeks. It's like a 6-month injury. LeBron's like, nah, I did it in 6 weeks. Pelicans writing off. Everyone else in the West writing off. So we basically had 1, 2, 3 for me, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams we could see winning the West. That's insane.
Yeah. And I think I had 6 because I said no on Memphis.
Yeah, I had 7. You had 6.
Yeah. And like of those, I mean, the Lakers are the bottom that we're saying yes to, but they're probably not, 6th or 7th on our respective boards. We're talking finals favorites in the West. Are they?
They're, from a Vegas standpoint, they are. Mm-hmm. I'd probably have them in the top 5 for me, just because the rest of the West is so weak. And if they can just time the LeBron AD thing and just get like 4 weeks out of those guys together, as crazy as that sounds, that might be enough to get them in round 3. I have so many questions about whether those guys can stay in the court. To me, that's even shakier than, am I going to get 6 more weeks out of Kawhi? Like, if I had my injury, who do I believe in the least rankings, I would have both LeBron and AD over Kawhi in terms of staying healthy.
LeBron after this time off, though?
Right. Well, that's the thing. Fresh off his trip to Germany or wherever Hyperbaria land, wherever the hell he went. But he's getting all the doctors trying to work on that thing.